Hey there, friends. Welcome
Hello.
back. Welcome back. And I
Thank you.
here's another live stream to highlight one of our panelists for the upcoming Unbreakable Health Summit, Unbreakable in Your Next Chapter. And Dr. Betty Sue is with me today, and we're going to have a lot of fun. But before I get started with Betty Sue, hi Betty Sue, thank you for joining me.
Hello. Thank you for having me on the show.
And Betty Sue is joining us from Mississippi, her home place. And we have amazing, an amazing cast of rock star panelists, experts across food and nutrition, across herbs, weight loss, immune health, hormones, body composition and training, and mind body connections, as well as personal development and your relationship with yourselves, others, and money. So, this is going to be a 4-part Monday series starting on July 11th through August 1st. It is absolutely free for you to tap into live experts, to have an opportunity to even chat in your questions, to get your most burning, desirable questions answered by this incredible bunch of experts. And my name is Tina Hong. For those of you who don't know me, I am the host of the Unbreakable Health Summit coming up, and I'm an executive health coach. I work with midlife pros, CEOs, and leaders of businesses to really unwind and turn their health around through weight loss, changing biometrics, through better nutrition, and also through better mindset performance. And I am putting this summit on in response to the overwhelming collective of the post-COVID experience, and how communities worldwide and in our own backyards and in our own homes have responded to an unprecedented time in history. And I felt really passionate to curate a dialogue with my friends, people, experts in health and mindset, and coaches who I highly respect, and to share this message of hope, inspiration, and to give you ideas for new choices and a new health paradigm going forward into the future. As an educator and counselor on nutrition and mindset, we know that we have a plenty of tools and resources around us, and I think this is where it's at over the next 4 Mondays, July 11th through August 1st. This is your opportunity to start changing the paradigm of the choices that you've been making. And, I really believe that during these post-pandemic times, we're not just struggling with an epidemic or a virus. We're really at war with our choices and our personal choices, and how we envision ourselves in the future is critical to everything, our relationships, our health, our well-being, and living our best life right now. So welcome and thank you again. And I want to tell you a little bit about Betty Sue for those people who don't know Betty Sue. Dr. Betty Sue O'Brien is a naturopath and herbalist, iridologist, and she uses safe and natural therapies. um, she's been working almost 2 decades in helping people bring their body back into balance and healing naturally, giving our bodies a chance to get back to homeostasis, get back into balance. So she uses multiple modalities of healing, and including nutrition counseling, functional medicine, chakra balancing, energy medicine, supplements, herbs, botanicals, and detox strategies. And she really believes that when the body is given the right stimulus, you have the ability to heal yourself, which is incredible. And Dr. Betty Sue has worked on the Mississippi Gulf Coast for over 25 years, and she's been teaching, and she is truly a leader, and she's the past president of the International Iridology Practitioners Associations. and a diplomat instructor. So she's just amazing. She's such a gift for us to tap into. It's incredible. And she's only one of 12 practitioners over this entire summit that's totally free for you to join in, that are going to who are going to help us, who are going to give us tools and resources to make different kinds of choices that you might have not even considered before. So I have a couple of questions for Dr. Betty Sue. So Dr.
Oh,
Betty Sue, tell our audience a little bit about what is naturopathic medicine, and how do you, like, what is it? Why would people seek out naturopathic medicine?
okay. Well, I'm going to answer the question, but I noticed you almost said I live on a golf course. No, you live on a golf course, not me.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that.
I live on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and we
Oh,
jokingly say that people say, well, why are you down there? Nobody's interested in their health. We're close to New Orleans and all the rich food and, seafood. And um, I say, well, we live in the root chakra of the United States, and we need a lot of help down here,
mm,
staying healthy. So I think I'm in the right place. But
awesome.
in answer to your question, I didn't set out to become a naturopath. I majored in dietetics as an
Mhm,
undergrad. And I thought I just love food, anything about food, about, reading recipes and cookbooks. And so I became a naturopath. And what I found out is that when you start eating good food and you tell other people about it, that leads into filling your toolbox with other things. So I went to the School of Natural Medicine in Boulder and got my naturopath degree,
mhm,
which I found out means teacher. And so
mm,
just like the word doctor means teacher, a
mm,
naturopath is, in the code of ethics, it's someone that does no harm. We don't administer, traditional naturopaths don't administer medications. We
mhm,
work with natural substances. I am mainly an herbalist, but I also work with flower essences. And luckily, as Tina's so proficient at teaching, we've discovered in the last 10 or 15 years that without fixing our scars and working with our emotional health and empowering ourselves, it's very difficult to stay healthy in this world. And so
mm.
naturopaths help people detox, help people build up their health. Sometimes people need building more than they need cleaning. And it's something that we learn about and we can share with our clients. And we get clients who just want to stay healthy and clients who want to become healthy while undergoing chemotherapy or radiation. And so it's a wide range of people that we can help. And sometimes people come here, and my whole goal is just to make them feel better and try to make them feel empowered. And so that's what naturopaths do, really. I think we're the bridge between the doctors who don't really have an hour to sit down with people and listen. And then we're the bridge between them and them actually applying some of the things the doctor would like them to do. And so I consider that to be our major role, some coaching, some teaching.
And I love this. Yeah, absolutely. It is the bridge. And for me, what's really different about naturopathic medicine is, and in light of functional medicine, you hear all these different labeling and terms, but basically really getting at the root cause of disease, right? Dr.
Right.
Sue, Betty Sue,
That's
like
it.
really
And
getting at the root cause. It's not about superficial band-aids or quick fixes or just remedying a symptom, but naturopathic medicine is enabling your body to truly be a self-healing mechanism, right?
right. And we are really finding now, I used to say, I can't wait for medical doctors to get interested in what we do because they're so smart and they're going to go with it. And lately, I've been listening to podcasts where gastroenterologists and neurologists are moving very big into our world. And I kind of laugh about it because they write these big books with all this research. And, what they're telling people is what we've been telling people all along. But the thing is, they have audiences of people that are listening. And I like what Tina's doing. She's trying to get out there information that you won't find anywhere else. So thank you, Tina. It's very important.
And I love, you are such a teacher of medicine and healing. And I'm so grateful for you. I'm so honored that you are on this panel. I mean, you're
Thank you.
incredible. So, Dr. Betty Sue, tell us a little bit more about iridology. I know this is probably something completely different in you that most people have never heard about, including myself. So tell us about how this modality is used and how it's most effective. For is it effective for certain conditions, or what is it and how is this effective?
Well, it's a very ancient art. I mean, we got the study of the white eyes from the Chinese, which is thousands of years old. And we know that the Egyptian sign for Horus was an eye with like a leg coming out, and that's our sign for prescription drugs. So we know that the eyes have been being studied from antiquity. And interestingly, probably in partly in the 30s when everybody that dealt with natural medicine was pretty much outlawed in the United States. Luckily, in Asia and in Europe, that didn't happen. So herbalism grew and iridology grew, and people are more comfortable. I've traveled to Asia twice to teach doctors, ophthalmologists, and optometrists the practice of iridology. And so it's starting to really gain the respect it deserves. Now, that being said, as Tina mentioned, most people don't know what it is. It's a science, but it's not a pure science. It's a science and an art. So the art of iridology is interpreting what you see. Just as you look at a painting in a museum, not everybody sees the same thing. But the beauty of it is, and I'll just give you a few examples. We look at the eyes with a little lens, a lighted magnifier, or take pictures, put it on the computer, and we look at the different shapes and patterns and colors. And everything in the iris has a position. So they're a place where we have shown over the years that the kidneys are, or the pancreas is. And so we look to the epigenetics of that person first and find out, is there a pattern in your family? If they have four diabetes, I'm sorry, not diabetes, pancreas signs, then we say, is there any history of pancreas issues in your family? And then the person will say, yeah, my mother has diabetes. And I'm like, have you had your blood sugar checked? And they might go get their blood sugar checked. Or they might not have any problems, and we might just talk about, are they eating a lot of refined carbohydrates, or how might we change their diet? Or maybe just do some tonic herbs that would really perk up that pancreatic area so that you wouldn't have a problem in the future. Um, when my now 40-year-old son was 2, he had a lot of drainage issues with his sinuses, with his lymph, and his eyes would be stuck together in the morning. And I found out there was an herbalist way up in the country. Well, she was an iridologist. She had gone to California and studied with Dr. Bernard Jensen. And I took him to her his whole childhood. And sometimes he would ask me, Mom, can we just go to the real doctor like other kids? And I would say, no, we're going to go to Miss Jeanette and we're going to see what she says first. And we just really never needed to go to the doctor. Well, until he once needed a surgery. And, iridologists are very good for chronic or inherent hereditary problems, but they're not really good when you're in an accident and or you broke your wrist, or you have to see someone who knows what they're doing. So I feel like there's a real place for iridology to work with medicine. And honestly, I have in my school, I've had a dentist, I've had a few other doctors as clients, I've had optometrists. On the board of the International Iridology Group, we've had medical doctors and um, optometrists that are just intrigued by what they're looking at. it amazes me that a lot of doctors look in the eyes and they don't wonder why there are different pigmentations or different openings or closures or spots. And so what the iridologist does is they look at those signs. And now the beautiful part of it is I do a lot of remote clients because people can go on my website, learn how to take their own iris picture,
Mm.
and they can email it to me. I also work with some resorts and health spas where they take the pictures and send them to me, and then I help the people that way. So we are lucky that, like this, there doesn't have to be a distance between us anymore. Although there's nothing like being one on one and in person. But anyway, so that kind of sums up the iridology. And then we've expanded that to looking at the white of the eyes. So when you're looking at the red lines in the white of your eyes, then you just think your eyes are bloodshot. But actually, we find those are pointers to your acquired habits. And so if there is a red line that's pointing to the liver area, then we're going to ask, is there a pattern of anger? Are you drinking too much alcohol? Are you eating too much trans fatty acids? So these are all signs, and there are a lot of signs in every person's eye. And the iridologist's job is to prioritize those signs.
I love it. Oh my God, Betty Sue, that's incredible. That's so fascinating. I love the fact that, what I'm getting from this conversation is that really naturopathic medicine and natural medicine is really ancestral medicine. It's been around for thousands of centuries and it's been proven over thousands of centuries. And what modern medicine has brought us is really kind of urgent medicine. It's like we're treating symptoms that are urgent, and it's evolved. Modern medicine has become incredible in terms of the things that we can do to treat somebody in an emergent situation. But this iridology is fascinating to me because I've never heard of it, and it sounds like it's really it's another perspective. It's another uh,
Right.
view onto the person of what might be lingering as an underlying condition that doesn't necessarily show up on lab tests or other things, that are conventional. And I love the fact that you said medicine, natural medicine, is there's science behind it, but there's also an art form. And I think the
Yeah.
best conventional doctors, even when they incorporate the art, the intuition into their practice, into their treatments, that's when they get the best results. And that's truly just awesome. And that's so focused on naturopathic medicine and alternative therapy. So, anything more on that, Dr. Betty Sue?
Well, I just want to say one more thing about
Mm,
iridology, and that is that years ago I nicknamed it God's little MRI.
mm,
And because it's not a clear picture,
mhm,
but it gives you the shapes and the forms.
mm,
And so it's an assessment tool. And in an evaluation, there will be a lot of questions and answering,
mm,
about, is this an issue for you or is this an issue in your family?
mhm,
Because sometimes you remember in the Bible it says the sins of the fathers are visited on the children for 4 generations. Well, what we look at is that our ancestors are very much a part of who we are. And
mm.
so our eyes reflect that ancestry.
I
You know,
love
so
that. That's
they
amazing.
give us some ideas about our family.
So fascinating. So, those of you who are interested in learning more about this and interested in seeing the dynamic dialogue that's going to happen on July 11th with Dr. Betty Sue and Dr. Lorraine Maida, who's focused on functional medicine. She's a conventional doctor. And Azizi Berklin, who is a natural living expert, how this dialogue can personally change your life. Please don't hesitate to register for your free ticket now. And again, this is about navigating post-COVID realities. And there's a lot of resistance, anxiety, and worry and feelings of loss. We have permanently changed our lives forever after this pandemic. And so, if you're interested in learning about what's next and what you could do to elevate the quality of your life for having more health freedom, mobility, relationships, and abundance, this is where it's at. So don't forget to register. Just sign up now. The link is going across the screen on the video here and should be also in the post. And it's absolutely free. So if you register earlier, you will be eligible for many resources and guides that all of our practitioners will be offering. So that was the highlight on Dr. Betty Sue. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Tina.
Yeah, you are just incredible. Dr. Betty Sue brings a wealth of experience from naturopathic medicine. She understands science, she understands the art of medicine, and you definitely don't want to miss this. So, July 11th, Dr. Betty Sue will be joining us on the topic for fuel for happiness and longevity. And that dialogue is going to be really amazing. And you'll have a chance to chat in your questions and access Dr. Betty Sue directly. So we hope to see you. Register now. And thank you, Dr. Betty Sue.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing. Any last things before we jump off?
No, just I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to hear what everyone has to say.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time, and it's going to be really enlightening for everybody. So awesome. Thanks, Dr. Betty Sue. Have an
Thank you,
awesome rest
Tina.
of the week. We'll see you on July 11th, everyone.
All righty.
Have a good day.